Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is ReThink Tech Foundation, Tech Talk. Comes on everyone's every first Saturday, but this time it seems like it's the second Saturday in the month for January. So we are excited to be here. I'm here with Brother D. Mark Wilson and Brother Blair Johnson is just joining us from
Yeah, need
Sanniquellie
your phone here.
ICT Lab,
I need your phone. You gotta go now. But say, oh yeah, you want to do one.
where we have training currently taking place in Sanniquellie. So uh
So
Brother
what you
Mike,
for? Like,
that's
somebody
Brother D. Mark Wilson.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we are excited. You can see the team out there,
Yeah.
and I see and but two of you guys wearing your rating tech. No one brought t-shirt
Yeah,
for me
right.
though.
Wait. Did I bring one for you?
No, that's okay though.
Okay, no problem. We'll try to
All
get
right.
one.
So we are excited for today. Just our regular podcast every month, and we are we are glad to have you guys on from the training center in San Nicolas. We're going to hop on to you guys in a little bit. But I'm just going to give the floor to Brother Mike to kind of like just give us an overview and of our launch in San Nicolas with the ReThink Tech ICT Lab in San Nicolas and the program that took place on May 9th. So just give us some highlight about the event that took place and inform the public of what happened and what's taking place. So, Brother Mike, it's over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Gono. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And thank you to the ReThink Tech family over there. I see everybody all smiling and everything. Right? Thank you, ReThinkers. Thanks for joining
Hey,
us.
what's up?
Thanks for joining us. It was a great experience. It was a great trip. It was a great launch. I got to Liberia. The atmosphere was different. My journey there was a little long because I went through other countries, but when I got there, it was amazing. I got to San Antonio. I was welcome. Usually, the atmosphere was really good. We got some background noise. You guys want to meet yourself for a minute? Written Liberia. We can take it. Can you
That's
see
good.
All right. Yeah. So it was pretty good. I got there. Had few meetings on the phone with Brother Will and Brother Wule. We were in communication and you know drove to San Antonio with the equipment. We got there. We were well received. San Antonio went to our lodging place. The next morning, we were at the lab to do the setup. We did all of the setup and we got ready. Went back for the launch. It was really amazing. I was overwhelmed with the crowd. Not just the crowd though, but the enthusiasm.
Right.
The atmosphere in the room that day was different. People were giving their stories from a whole different place in the heart, and the welcoming was different. You could tell that people, I mean, whatever we were trying to give to them, it actually resonated with them. Everybody was excited, and I was able to meet the representative from the Ministry of Youth Sports, who happens to be one of my longtime colleagues, and it was just so amazing. After the launch, I was able to visit other labs, other campuses. I was able to visit, you know, the Ministry of Education have or home building we visited, and we had some conversation with them. But I mean, the atmosphere was so amazing. The launch was very successful beyond our imagination, because the people that turn out, they were just so great, and the people of Sunny they are so receptive. They receive the program with open arms, and of course, I have my TV in the morning. I have my TV in the morning. We also had a radio talk show, not talk show, but radio interview, which was really, really, really good. We had people calling in appreciating our effort down there. During the launch, we had other journalists carrying the program live, and it was just amazing. I'm so excited about this. I mean, not only because this is our first cohort in Sanniquellie, but the level of energy that were there. People were just so energized about what we're about to do. And many thanks to Brother Williams and Brother Wet as well. Brother Wet, his energy is out of this world. This guy is so energized if it comes to whatever have to do with youth activities. He made me to feel like I don't want to leave this youth stage. I just want to be for a very long time because he is very energized if it comes to youth. He's waiting to make the sacrifice. He's waiting to go the extra miles as well as Brother Williams. Brother Williams, everywhere I went, people ask me, "Oh, have you met Williams?" I'm like, "Yeah, here we are. Where you are?" Okay, when Williams is there, everything's gonna work really good. So and some of our brother Leo as well. He was just running all over the place. You know, many thanks to you to them for this launch. Yeah, and we
All right,
begin. Yeah.
I'll come back to you with it more on the lunch, but I just wanted to go down to Sanniquellie in the lab and ask these gentlemen I'm looking at, just introduce yourself, tell us who you are and what you do.
All right, my name is Alfred Napor. I'm from Sanniquellie, and I'm one of the trainers for ReThink Liberia Sanniquellie branch.
Awesome. Absolutely. Thank you for your service, bro. All right. Who do we have next?
Yeah, I'm Little Matia from Sanniquellie branch. I'm grateful to God Almighty and grateful to all the ReThink team as well.
Okay.
This program is actually moving, and you can see that the success of this program will be soon accomplished.
Alrighty. All right. Who do we have there, man? Tell us about yourself and not
Yeah,
us, but let the world know who you are.
yeah. I just want to extend my thanks and appreciation to you guys for your tireless work. Happy. For your tireless work. By the way of self introduction, I am Leo Glido Gono, one of the trainers of ReThink Tech. I'm so excited to be part of the program, and people are already responding. Yeah, I think the people really want to be part of the program. Every day I'm encountering new people. People want to be part. We should add them. They want to be part of the program. So
Okay.
yeah, people are already accepting this program.
All right. I see someone behind you there, and that's the guy I want to talk to. So
Yes, I'm here.
yeah.
Let's
It's
say,
all
who
your
are you?
it's all your bro. Tell the people who you are and what you're up to.
Oh, it's good to talk to the world. I'm happy. This is we currently I'm in Sanniquellie, Liberia, a place is one of the county in Liberia called Sanniquellie. Is 4 hours 30 minute drive from the capital, and
Okay.
ReThink Tech happens to have her first lab here in Sanniquellie. We are in partnership with the Ministry of Youth and Sports and our local partner called CAD, Sustainable Youth, Sustainable Action for Youth Development. And today we currently in the lab, we have started our first cohort. I'm excited. The trainers are doing great. The people are accepting technology as a tools that transform life. So again, I'm Glenn Johnson. I'm the trainer for this training. Thank you very much.
Well, that's very good. Thank you guys.
I told you about this guy
Yes,
energy, man.
yes.
This guy,
So
this
just
guy energy is
how
out of
many
this world.
students do we currently have in our first cohort?
Yeah, currently we had 150 students.
150 students. Whoa.
Yeah. So
That's
yeah,
that's amazing. Okay, 150 individuals. That's amazing. Okay.
yeah.
So how many sessions you guys running out there? Like how many sessions you guys have in the course
Right?
of the week?
Three
A day?
sections.
3 sessions. Okay, a day you have 3 sessions a day.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. And how long
Yeah.
is each session lasting for?
3 hours.
3 hours.
2 hours.
Okay.
2 hours. The first session is from 8 to 10.
Okay.
The second one runs from 1:30 to 3:30, and the last one runs from 4 to 6. So it's actually 2 hours per day.
Okay. 2 hours per
Monday,
day,
Monday to Saturday, Monday to Saturday.
Monday to Saturday. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So we got
All
a
right.
group. We got a group that comes from the first session. We got divided into 2 sessions, right? We got people
Yeah.
attending. So we got from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The other batch will come. Then other people come from Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Just like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you just to add to what it's saying,
Yeah.
the way in which our program is structured is that we have 2 sessions. We got session 1 and we got session 2.
Okay.
Session 1 is for Monday to Wednesday.
Okay.
And Monday to Wednesday, we got 3 classes. Each of the class, we got the first class comes from 8 to 10 for those who are available during that time. They themselves set at the time because some of the people got to do the late hustle, do the late business and
Yeah.
stuff. So the time they're available, but they set at 8. The second session runs from 1:30 to 3:30. So sometimes
Okay.
that session is mainly for people who do small hustle in their own break, and they're going to use that 2 hours to come and acquire ICT education. They have come to understand that there's a gap and there's a need to bridge it, and we're bridging it. The last session is from 4 to 6. So every day we are here from 8 to 6 o'clock, but 3 sessions run. So the second one is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and the same pattern: 8 to 10, 1:30 to 3:30, 4 to 6.
Okay. All right. That's pretty good. Just want to give you guys kudos for all the hard work and everything you're doing out there to make sure that we can help in bridging the digital divide. But Mike, you got something to add to?
Of course, of course. Well, guys, just want to say thank you ever so much. We see what you're doing. You are doing amazingly well. This is not just for ourselves. We're doing this to empower the young people, to empower Liberia as a whole. So I just want to let you know that everybody sees what you're doing. It is not unnoticed. So quick question though. It's class in section right now.
No, no, no. The last class just finished.
Okay, the
Okay.
last
Oh,
class
last time
just
this
finished.
finished. Okay.
Okay. Okay, great. Great. Um yeah. So that's it, man. You guys are doing I don't know, I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so excited. You guys are doing so amazing work. I want to commend you for that.
All right. So I will talk a little bit about the courses we're offering and the classes that we're offering at the center. Just give me a second here. I need people to read from, so I'm trying to pull up my paper here.
That's good. That's good.
I need people to read from. I can't read just like that. I want to be on point.
It's okay. We tell people we use references, so you just don't talk for your head. There are so much, but why you look at the papers? So what we did the first, because the program is broken down into 5 modules, and
Right.
while you find the papers, the first module is actually a comprehensive guide to information technology. In that module, we got 10 modules from module 1 to 10. So you're going to find it, and then you'll talk a little bit about it, and I will chip around it, and the guys can talk about it. So find it, but we can always come in.
Okay, but guys, I mean, while we're finding the papers, though, can you just tell us about the reception? How are people? How is it? How is this program different from any other program that have been going on before? Like, what of these comprehensive programs we are running? How are they accepting it? How are people? How are they really making use and what are some of the achievements you are seeing? I know we have not gone far yet. This is just what, second week or so. But what are some of the improvement you are seeing from people that are not have access to computer, people that don't even know anything about ICT? Now you are here running out of energy trying to impact them. What are some of the encouragement you are seeing?
Yeah, thank you. For ReThink Tech, the program is actually in depth, and the slides have been projected. It's self-explanatory, and after we have gone through model 1 and to model 10, the people are actually picking up because, as I told you from the beginning, not everybody knows about computer. Some of
Yeah.
them, they are first time to sit behind computer, into power it on. So after presenting the start, they were actually encouraged, and now we drive them to live practical. They power the computer, to create photo, other stuff. So yeah, actually encouraging. Most of them can come and appreciate, give us scratch cards, some bring water, basically say yeah, actually doing well for us because some of our first time to sit behind computer. So reading tech is actually doing well for the people in Sanniquellie, and they're actually encouraging us that you should extend the 4 months to 6 months. You know, say no, no. So yeah, yeah, and actually they are actually accepting the knowledge because we really giving them the knowledge in depth, giving them our energy and everything. So many days here now, we kind of people come with laptop from home. They my computer get problem. Your people they sell or have to update, right? Because we told them all these things that you can use electronic device, probably your phone or your laptop. When you having problem, you got to update them, right? Get security. So the old man then, the papi then, and other people then are doesn't have all their own these things they running to every day. So we get call every day to teach them home. Some of them
So to speak to you,
since that they are
somebody
now
bro,
understanding,
welcome, yeah.
they call us and we help them through. So out of class also. So they are very accepting the program. They want to come. Like I said, every day people come to me in the morning when I come to the lab, they want to be part of the program. We should add them. We should add them. I said, but we already get total number of people. We are accepting people by classes. We get 25. So you can wait for the next cohort. We say, oh, but no space. I think when some four drops there, you can ask me there. Yeah. So we're very embracing the program.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
that is
That's a brilliant. That's a good
yeah,
energy.
yeah. Go on, Nathan.
Yeah, I said the program is really moving on smoothly. The people are grateful and they are learning. The people are even requesting for additional lab for them to have some training. And other people are coming. We told them that 25 students and they want to exceed the number. So we are keeping those other people for the next cohort.
Okay.
And they are really embracing this program. They are learning. They are meeting their special needs. So we are also grateful to the ReThink Foundation and the staff as well.
Okay. Thank you for that, Nathan.
My-
Yes. So just, you want to say
You gotta
something on that? I kind of dig a little bit deeper into the courses we're offering and just give an outline of what we're doing.
Okay. Yes. I mean, I just want to ask another question, right? Because I understand that this program, we have the novice, and when I don't mean to look down when I say novice, like people that are not, had anything to do with computer before. But we also have people that at least got a little computer knowledge, like when we're there, we heard, some of the instructors from other schools were telling us about other knowledge in computers. So how are you balancing these things? Because if somebody has no computer knowledge, but somebody who doesn't have any, the questions that you'll be asking will be different. So what are some of those challenges you have been facing in asking questions or asking your students to do things? What are some of those challenges? Because you have two group of people there. One that have not even touched computer before, another person had the knowledge. And then if I'm asking, how to even put a mouse if somebody doesn't know it, you'd be wasting my time because I've already passed that stage. So how are you able to, work with those things?
I'm glad that's a good question, brother Mike. And let me just address it. So what we did when we in the formulation stage of this project, what we did in the back end, this project was structured methodically. We had several methods. We tested different scenarios. So one of the scenarios you're talking about people who just haven't touched it at all, people who had an experience before with tech, people who are a little bit advanced but need an upskill. So we have different tests and different scenarios. In this scenario, somebody who just haven't done technology at all, this is what we do. The first thing, we have this mindset. All those who come to the program say, maybe you may have learned computer before, you may have heard about it, you may have done one program after another. But for us at the level of ReThink Tech, when you come to this program, in our mind, you just haven't done computer before. We feel it is the best approach because we want to take you from the very beginning. So if you are learning, it's a plus for you. We want to reinforce the concept. Okay. If you haven't learned it, it's a starting point for you.
Right on.
So we take everybody from the very scratch. That's why you're going to come in with how the model was designed. We designed this model intentionally. It was designed intentionally, but I don't. You will talk about it, and then we're going to go deeper into it. So if you look at how our model was designed, model one tell you what IT is. It's an acronym, what it means, how it affect this, how it affect that. But I won't let you talk that. So we take it from the scratch.
All right. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
good.
that's a very good methodology to apply when it comes to teaching. Also, when you're teaching IT, where you have different diverse group of people, some with a little bit of knowledge, some don't have knowledge. Some are complete novices. Is to just like start everybody on the same spectrum, right? And then because there'll be missing gap, even if you learned it before. Technology is always advancing, and there are new things that are coming up. So if you start at that level, you capture what are you missing, you pick it up, and what are you already know, just kind of reinforcing what you already know, and then everybody can get on the same wavelength and move on. Because if you cannot like separate between classes and say, oh well, you already know it, so we're gonna teach this thing right now, and then we're gonna teach it right now, so that's gonna be chaos. So that's the best methodology, is to kind of like just start everybody on the same platform at the same level at that point in time, until we can get to a point where we say, okay, well, we have other sections where if you don't compete at this level before, then we're accepting this section. But for now, I do like that. So I just will dive a little bit deeper into our different course models. So each of the courses we have the five courses. Yeah, or 5 or 4. Each of them have like 10 different models.
Five, five.
Yeah. So each of those courses have 10 different models. And the models are structured, and at the end of every model, there's a project work at the end of every model. And the reason is because the essence of IT, the essence of bridging the digital divide, is to give people skill set. So you cannot just walk through IT without having the skill set. Then the essence of bridging the digital divide, we're not meeting that essence of the program. So the courses were designed intentionally that at the end of every model, there is a project, there is an assignment, and that assignment has to cover everything you've done within that model. So that reinforces your learning. That helps you to build the necessary skill that you've come to us to learn, right? So for introduction to the comprehensive information technology, it covers a large range of topic where we're giving the learner the importance of technology, what is IT, the different components of system within technology. We're talking about the different career paths and specializations. If any of them want to further to advance in IT at a later time in their career, what are the different career paths? What is the computer software? What's the computer hardware? What's the operating system, right? And how are the hardware and the software, how do they interact? Because you cannot learn computer and don't understand how those different systems interact with each other. And then we'll also drop into basic networking concepts, right? Local area network, the wide area network, the Wi-Fi system, how those things work and how they all interconnect and how we will have them, right? And then we'll talk about basic network concepts. And then more importantly, to talk about network security or security in general. As in the IT, we need security, right? So you have to have the concept of mind of a security personnel, even if you're using computer or using IT, because the data could be breached, people could see your important information and use it someone else to do something else. So even your Facebook account, you have to have that security mindset. How do I protect my account so that somebody else cannot hack into my account and do A, B, C, and D? And then go on to introduce the students to programming and databases. What's computer programming? Just basic introduction to those things. And what's a database? How do they differ? And what do they use them for? And what's the real world, like in a real world scenario? Where do we use databases? Where do we use programming? Right? To give the student an appreciation for at least an idea of where these things are used. These are not just abstract, knowledge or skills or things that have been taught. These are things that practically you can see them in use in places, right? If you give them examples, then of course, oh yeah, so programming, that's what programmers do, and that's what programming is. Take them to that, and then at the end of the entire course, there is a capstone project and a review of all what they've done. We have one casting project. You either work in team or they work as individuals to complete that project, right? And what that's doing is helping them to build what we call the portfolio, right? If you go for a job interview, oh, what have you done? Like, oh, well, I don't have a job experience, but while I was in school, this is a portfolio that I built. This is the project that I did in school, right? So that let the employer know that you have some skill set, because if you do a project, that you are applying your skills that you learn in that particular course to do that particular project. So exactly, you are actually utilizing the skill set that you learn. So it tells the learner that you have actually acquired these skills because you've been able to accomplish a particular type of project at the end of your course. And that is how all of the courses we are offering are structured. And one thing I want to add about our courses, they are all free of charge. There's no monetary value attached to it. All we need from you, I said, is your time. That's the only thing you have to give is wake up in the morning, sign up for class, first of all, get a space, show up to class in the morning, and you talk. We don't need money from you because we are helping. We are NGO. We are helping to bridge the digital divide, right? So that's why we are coming to you with these courses, and these programs are free of charge, because there are a lot of people who want to learn IT or some skill set, but they don't have the resources to go pay $300 for 2 months, $500 or $400 for 2 3 months to be able to acquire these skills. So as a result, that gap is widening every day because people cannot afford, these computer programs that have been offered by the private institutions. All right, brother, where you want to come in there? I'll cut
Thank
you
you
off.
so much. Thank you so much, John. I think you did justice. But I would just compliment a little further. So, like you talk about the various modules. When you look in our program, one of the modules that I got excited about was, if you look at module 7, they talk about troubleshooting tools. They talk about troubleshooting, introduction to troubleshooting.
Yeah,
They talk about common problems and solutions. They talk about tools we can use. What we did in this module, we solved their everyday problem they were made. So, say for example, most of them commonly in Liberia, even though they might not be tech savvy, but they got a smartphone, which is a tech phone.
right.
So, and the most common one in Liberia is an Android phone, whether it is a Samsung, it's an Android OS.
Yes.
So when we were looking at troubleshooting, sometimes I thought we get them real life scenario. Say, my phone not just working well. Why is it that it ain't working well? What is happening? So we said, when we talk about operating system, we said the phone you got, I want to bring it to you, because we are told them about
Yeah.
hardware, software, and we told them the hardware is nothing because they are just melter, iron, they are just circuitry, they are just wires. But you need something that powers that hardware. So we told them about operating system. When we brought it in the phone scenario now, because we're talking about phone, we said you have this phone, is an Android phone. Android is an operating system that is run on the Linux platform. But if you're not updating that job, because every time whoever wrote the operating system will provide new update in the form of patches. So that
Right.
update comes with new patches that fixes vulnerability and enhance that operating performance. So if you're not updating it, you will not have current patches. So sometimes your phone there, you're not updating it, and the update is up to 3 GB in size. So if not updated, it go up to 5 GB. It means the OS is not up, it's not current. You wouldn't have the true functionality of the phone. So update it. Say, oh, so sometimes my phone problem is because I'm not updating. Say, yeah, you see it every time you don't update it. And we brought real life scenario. Some of them, yes, some of them fortunate to work in some small places, like somebody's working in a mini mart. We say in a mini mart, you have a computer, it has internet connection, or maybe it is connected through a switch port. These days we have this wireless router that it's everything in one.
Right.
It has Wi-Fi access. It also built with a switch port, so you can connect cables and run to your desktop computer. You still got access. You can
Right.
use your laptop and got a wireless signal. So assuming you're using cable, and one day the guy who is cleaning the place just kick the cable off, you came to work and the internet is not working and you annoyed. We said to first kind of thing, you first have to have to ask yourself, what is happening to my computer? Then the question is, I can browse the internet. So we said, what kind of problem is this? Is it a software problem or a hardware problem? We said, first you look at the computer, you say, maybe the network at the taskbar, it get X there. So you can, it seems to be a physical problem. You can go and check and see whether the cable is inserted rightly in your computer RJ45. So when we're doing the physical component of the computer, we show them the networking port.
Right.
So you can just go and place that, even though they just don't know what the cables are, but we told them there are cables that enable us to connect more than one computer, or it can be done through a wireless platform. So if there's a cable, now you put the cable in that thing correctly, and sometimes you restart the computer, you got internet again. So they say, oh, so the way in which our program is coined is that we tell them generally what technology is, then we bring it in real life. When we're discussing cloud computing or e-commerce, because I'll just run over and talk about real life, and I can let the guy talk a little bit about it. When we're discussing this, there's something that we're talking about e-commerce. We say, if you look at module 1, what is IT? We say it is that thing that powers everything. What we're actually saying is that IT8 is actually mean information technology. It is that thing that powers everything. So today, over 99% of anything, whether it's business, whether it's school, whether it's herb, IT powers them. IT made it effective. IT made it look good. So we went to something called e-commerce, and we're discussing fintech, which is mobile money. We said today, you can have your bank on your phone. They say, hey, I say, yeah, but how you think somebody can send money from where, America? This time around, you don't go to the Western Union to fill a form anymore, but the money hits your phone. You think it is technology that's powering this kind of thing. That's the reason why they did Lone Star Network go down, Orange go down. Your bank closed if your phone is your bank. So you see, we don't have. So we explain to them what technology is, how it applies in their day-to-day life, and in terms of troubleshooting, how they can face a common problem like network issue, like you put your computer on and then decide not to boot to Windows. We told them there's something in IT we call, if they were doing hardware, we call it screen of death. It shows you the blue screen. It means they have, yeah. So it shows the screen. It means something is wrong, and we tell them what that is. So we brought real life scenario to the fore. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I like about the training is the real life scenario where you are relating what they're doing in classroom to a real life scenario, to a daily life, right? Because that's the essence of it, so that people can have an appreciation for technology and see how these things affect our life on a daily basis. Because if you don't link the two of them, what we do in our life, in our businesses, in our work environment, in our personal life with information technology, then the link is breaking. People don't see how it's useful to them, how it becomes beneficial to them, right? So that's a good thing that we were able to link what they're learning in the classroom to their life, that personal life, and sometimes they even have those things. They don't even realize that IT that's playing the role that like mobile money, right? They get in that mobile money, but they don't know that it is actually information technology that is empowering that, and people went to school and learn how to do fintech. How to build mobile money app and the networking behind it and the software behind it. People learn programming and they build all those things, right? So people don't realize that, but that's IT.
Yeah, and to just come in quickly, we know we discussed something in our module called cloud computing, how you store stuff in the cloud that you can access anywhere once you get internet. So many of them, they didn't know that they actually get cloud on their Android phone. Cloud means that Google has a Google Drive, and you can just put your stuff there. If that your phone lost or is poor, if you get a new phone, you set your Google account, you can access your cloud using your username and password. So when I tell them, hold your phone, do Google Drive, they say, yeah, we can state it, but we don't know where it is. We say it is Google on the cloud, it is free, but as you use it at a certain point in time, they give you small space. When you see the space, they try to pay the small money. So what I'm saying in essence is that we don't just want to teach theory, we want to teach real life technology. So I think you're asking the question, Michael asked the question, how our program is different. Our program is structured, it is methodical. We are using a set of pedagogy to achieve real life needs.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. If you're just joining us, this is ReThink Tech. We are here discussing about the lab that was just launched and some of those training that we are taking on. We listened to most of our tuners. We are just telling you some of those things we're doing in Sanniquellie. We are breaking down our teaching materials. That's what we do. But that's how we put ourselves on the front line to do, make the sacrifice for our nation. That's what we're doing. So if you are just joining us, stay tuned. You're gonna hear more. I believe some of us are learning here. It was quite interesting when I was listening to they're trying to break down, most of our materials to real life scenario. Uh, before, yeah, it was when I came from Sanniquellie. I went to the Capitol building, and one of our big people there had a computer, right? And this computer, brand new computer, but because the laptop was not updated, he wasn't updated, even though he had internet, he was not updating his laptop. Some of the keys were not even functioning. So he was so frustrated. He was like, okay, you know what? I don't even want this anymore. He wanted to give it to one of his staffers. When I got there, I was like, I just started with this thing. I don't know. I want to do this thing. I'm like, what's going on? So he brought it. Like, oh, the keypad is not working. This is not working. So like, we have internet. Yeah, let's connect the internet. And it took just literally 3 minutes to the updates. When you have this computer, it's not just going to work. Not because it's laptop. I mean, like, just was 3 years come out from there work the same way. No, you got to do an update. You got to do an update so that you be able to everything on the laptop be able to function, right? So yeah, that's what make ReThink Tech program really different. Most of these materials intentionally intentionally sat down and did study, went back, saw how people did things in the past that were not working properly for our people. So we sat down and put them together to present it to more people. So that's what we do as ReThinker. If you're just joining us, please partner with us. We are looking for partners. This thing we cannot do on our own. We have all these young people, sacrificing, spending time with other people, trying to impact other young people. We need people to make the sacrifice with us. So join us. We are ReThinker. All right. Gentlemen, again, I want to say thank you so much for all you do. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate everything that you do. We are not turning a blind eye to this thing. I love the energy. I want to encourage you to keep all the energy. We are on a mission. There's a whole crusade. We must achieve our goal. So again, thank you ever so much for all that you do. I will turn it over to Brother Dozie. Any other thing
You guys want to say something?
Okay.
Trina? No? I mean, if you don't, you don't have to say it if you don't have it. I mean, that's okay.
Okay, so if we before we close, I'll let our
we are not
viewers
closing.
know.
We still got time though. We are not closing. I
We're
was
not
just
closing.
Oh, I thought we're closing. Okay.
not yet. We still got about what 17, 18
I
minutes.
just want to show a view of our lab. Maybe people will be thinking this thing is not abstract. It's something we have in Sanniquellie. Currently now we are in the lab. So maybe you can raise the camera up in the air.
It's all yours.
So
Go ahead.
if you might be able to see the view of the lab. Can you see the computer, Tozy?
Yeah.
This is how our lab look like. We have a projector. We have our computers, few of them they are here. Currently, we got 30 computers here. There's our board, and this is how the view look like. All right. It's a work in progress. We're hoping some days to have AC in this lab. We're hoping to have internet. There's so much we want to do, like Brother Mark said. Partner with us, make a change today. The need to bridge the gap can't be overemphasized. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you for that.
All right. For those you want to go over, I mean, this is our first cohort in Sanniquellie. What is our next plan of action? You want to go over there?
For Sanniquellie or for
No, like for the rest of Liberia, because we are on a mission. Like I said, this is a crusade,
Yeah, so-
right? We just started in Sanniquellie. This is not our stopping point, and I know there's a roadmap. We got
absolutely. We, as we said before, and we continue to say, Sanniquellie was our starting point. That's where we launched from. That's why the lab, went to Sanniquellie to begin with, and we just launched it in May. But we are moving to one city or one county at a time. So we are currently in talks with other, youth centers around the country. We're still talking. We haven't finalized our discussion with them yet, but we are in serious talk with them. and trying to build partnership and can replicate what we did in Sanniquellie in the other places, around Liberia, because our goal and our passion is to provide these centers and these services for individuals in these areas all around the country to take advantage of ICT and learn digital skills, right? The only way we can bridge that divide is to provide skill set and training to individuals around the country, right? Because if we don't do that, it's not going to be possible. And we cannot do that by having conferences. We can have conferences all day, have seminars about IT, and have the workshop about IT. But at the end of the day, it's not going to transform anything, right? So that's why we are in the trenches. We are digging deeper. We putting our boots on the ground in other places in Liberia to be able to uh, help have a fiscal person in those places, where we can also provide similar services in Sanniquellie to the citizens, and those communities, so that people can learn digital skill set. You say, but why do we want the citizens to have digital skills? Well, we live in a digital age. We live in the information age. As we said before, we have left behind in agriculture, right? That's what we can feed ourselves, because we sat there supine and just did subsistence farming for centuries and generations. That's all we did. Instead of finding means to mechanize agriculture so we can produce more, in less time, we refuse to do that. So we are paying the price for that today. So in the same way with information technology, like, and we the citizens have to take the step, right? Individual have to take a step. Government can do a lot, but government cannot do everything, right? So that's why we at ReThink Tech Foundation are working in that space, supplementing the government effort in making sure that people will have digital skill training, all for all citizens from within Liberia. So our program is expanding, and we are definitely expanding to other counties. In the next 1 or 2 months, we will be unveiling where we're going next with ReThink Tech Foundation. And I'm pretty excited. And I was talking to one of the brothers, the guys who we currently negotiating with. It's like, man, I love you guys' passion for IT, man. Like, you guys really have passion. I said, yeah. Well, we had a passion for a very long time, and it's just coming. It's just manifesting. And I just want to thank all of you guys for making it possible. Our brother Mike, brother Ware in there. We met him since 2023. 2023, right? Yeah, 23. Yeah, we're making since 2023. He was introduced to me by another friend and a brother, Nathan Lloyd.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah.
met Nathan when I was there.
You met Nathan?
Nathan. Yeah, I met Nathan.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're introduced by a friend or brother, Nathan Lloyd, and since then,
Yeah.
he's been on board. He's been on the team. He's a great,
Yeah.
great asset to the team. And all of you guys that just coming, we appreciate you guys. So it's not the end. You guys are at the starting point, and take your role to be there. If we extend it to other counties, you guys might be going to the places as trainers, right? To train other people in that place to tell them how it's done, because you've done it, right?
Right.
That's how it worked. If you've done it before, then you can teach other people how this is done. So
Right.
you guys put a lot of energy and a lot of effort in what you're doing, take it seriously. I really want to appreciate you guys for what you're doing. But Liberia, we are on the crusade, we are on the mission, we are on the campaign, ReThink Tech Foundation. We are spreading. I'm not gonna say like wildfire, but we are spreading. Yeah.
Brother Blair. I mean, thankfully you were there. We talking about we on a crusade, but you were there. You were in that meeting with the Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports. And I think I also made this. I also made this pronouncement during our launching program when I said that our mission, one of our mission is to make Liberia the next Silicon Valley. Do you see us going there? Because that's the promise, and you were there. So I'm not going to be the only person to be held liable for that. You were there for the land. Do you see us going, making Liberia the next Silicon Valley in Africa?
It's possible. There's nothing impossible if we have the passion, we have the drive, and we are as committed as we are.
Yeah.
We can't get there. It's doable. There's nothing. There are big visions and plans we have. We might not have the finances now, but we can source the finances in the coming future. Like we can do it. It's possible, right? It's possible with intentionality, with focus and determination. As we all put our hands together to make it possible, and that's what we need. You need a great team of people who are willing to put in the work. It's hard work. You know, that sometimes you guys want to do other things, but yeah, you have to training, and teaching people. Here we are on a podcast on a Saturday when you guys are be chilling, and hanging out with whatever you guys be hanging out. You sit there on the podcast. Other people don't want to do that, right?
Right.
So it shows the drive that we have as an organization, as individuals coming together, for that singular goal of helping, empower young people and empower individuals in our communities, and helping to bridge that digital divide, and helping to get Liberia to that next Silicon Valley where we can start teaching programming at our different centers or our selected centers where kids are learning programming skills and how to design program, and they are designing program for the hospitals, they are designing program for schools, they are designing program for radio stations, and those things are possible. We can do them, right? We can do that. I believe that it's possible we can do that. And I know that we have a lot of young people in Liberia, very smart, energetic, who are willing to take this to the next level and who are willing to dive into programming, into databases, into security, into networking to build these things, right? They need the push. They need they need that space where they can do these things, and the space is not there, right? So that's why we are in here to provide that space where we can realize these things together, as a community and as people. What you said, Brother Mark, I think about it every time, and it's on my mind that we can make Liberia the next Silicon Valley. We can train
That's
people
right.
in programming. We can do all those things. It's
We
not
can do that.
impossible.
We
It's
can do.
doable.
We
Yeah, Brother
can,
William.
you're right. You're right. We can do that. And three things going to get us to that place. I believe three things. One is the passion, which we already have. Passion. I think you made mention of people calling you and telling they love the passion that we carry, right? The passion going to get us there. And the second thing going to get us there is commitment, which we do have. That's why we are here. That's why you see people volunteer to go and do training. You see Brother Blair left all the way in Monrovia. He's been over almost 2 weeks now. That's why we are here this Saturday morning when we're supposed to be out there doing something else. And the last thing that's going to get us there is honesty. You gotta be honest. And who was probably in Liberia. I'll give you a funny story, right? So when I was in Liberia, I was talking with a guy from LEC. I wanted him to get me a transformer, in one of the compounds over there. So one of my neighbor, Elijah, was negotiating with him, like, how can we get this transformer? He was like, oh, we got the price, and then he was like, but if you want like those other ones, like the used ones that probably in people, Elijah was, what? How do you get that? So he was trying to explain that, and he caught himself. He was like, wait. If Dalai made one day, I think I would do it with him because I made it too hard to do it. He was referring to me. I was right there. He didn't know I was there. It made too hard to do it. I would do it with him. Like I said, no, the man had to deal with the man. Like he just straight. He was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The straight thing I'm talking about. It was so funny. Was it? That's what I'm talking about. The man too straight. So I'm gonna do with that man. No. You just go to the office and get it. Like I said, no, not that the man difficult, but he just straight out. He wasn't there. That's the straight thing I'm talking about. So you see, just be honest. Honesty is one of the things that's gonna get us over there. This is all we're gonna do. We gotta have passion for it, or do it. We gotta be committed to it because you can't give up. You're on a crusade. There's no time to give up. We gotta keep pushing. Sometimes it's gonna be difficult. Teacher someone will come and ask you a serious question, put a little question. You gotta keep pushing. There's no time to give up. Some people will tell you different things. You're trying to go left, some people want to go right, some people will try to discourage you. You got to be committed to where you're going. And the last thing is you have to be honest. The honesty is trying to help the next generation. We got to stick to that. It's not a benefit of us. It's a benefit the next generation. It's to help our brothers and sisters to sustain themselves. It's to help our auntie over there who has a smartphone that doesn't know that you only need to update your phone and it will work properly so that you can be able to communicate with your son in America to help that our auntie. It's not to help our auntie and be like, oh, we'll charge you $20 to do this. You know what I'm saying? It's not about that. It's about being honest to what our passion is about. And for those three things, I believe that we can make Liberia Silicon Valley. So guys, I don't know what to say, but I really, really appreciate your passion. I appreciate your commitment and your honesty. Everything you're doing over there. We see you, we appreciate you, and by the grace of God, at some point, your efforts will be appreciated more.
That's good. Let me just come in. Let me just come in furtherance of when Brother Mike make an ambitious statement. And many people who doubt it, but it's something that is achievable. And for us, ReThink, like we said, we are intentional. So when we launched the program, we asked people to apply for free ICT training. We observe that because it is free. Once you are between the ages of say 7 years or 8 years, you can talk, you can understand small English, you can read basic things, you can follow instruction, you can be a part of our program. So we observe that most of the school-going kids, those in first grade, second grade, and up to sixth, seventh grade apply for the program. When we started the program, after our first week, we saw that there was a gap. Most of the children we have to come 4 o'clock because they go to regular school. And then after school close in Liberia school, most of the schools here close around 2 p.m. They got to go and find something to eat. Then they come to the lab so they can learn ICT because the gap is there, the need is there. Everybody want it. We live in a technology age and they see ReThink providing this opportunity to want it. But we saw there was a gap because small children learning about people, you don't get your friend classmate to talk to, ask questions and things. The inferiority complex was there. So we decided to do something. The schools in Liberia or in Sanniquellie, preferably almost all the schools were closed June 20th. So we are weeding all the children out of our program. Those in A, B, C, first grade or whatever to sixth grade, we're going to weed them out of our program. But we're not letting them go. They're already in. We are organizing what we call the ReThink Tech vocational training for school-going children. They're going to close. They'll be passing all around the place. We want to bring them down. So of them, they are age-made and have a special program for them that's going to run for 2 months. And they're going to start July and August. I know we stay in the formulation stage, but I want the world to know that we are going to teach your children in Sanniquellie. So if you're in America and you got family in Sanniquellie, we have a youth center. ReThink Tech is going to launch that program and we're going to absorb them. Now, in that program, what I think we're going to be teaching the children. So when Brother Mark was talking about we can produce the next Mark Zuckerberg, it's true. In that program, we're going to teach basic ICT, but the rest is going to be coding. We're going to do things like basic HTML. So the children love things that is exciting. So we're going to do them like the regular people that's in our module that is doing a master in Windows, Microsoft Word, Excel, this. No, we're going to teach them Windows, and then we're going to teach them basic programming, things like let tools like HTML, where they can do basic web pages, they can add color, they can put their pictures and things. And from there, they will start developing the desire of programming. And you never know, some of them might just end up being the programmer. So it's possible. It's something we do. Like again, we're on a mission. It's going to happen.
All right. Just to add something before we go and a little workout of the program. So we're doing the information technology, introduction to information technology, Windows 11 or Windows 10. We're doing Microsoft Word, it's advanced Word from basic to advanced. Excel is the same thing from basic to advanced, and then PowerPoint from basic to advanced. So those are the courses we are offering now in our first cohort. But in our future plans, we are looking at introducing other courses. We're looking at web design, graphic design, programming, and the rest of the stuff go, there. So it's just the start, it's the introduction. So that's why we started, once we get our 14, we'll be adding other courses, IT courses as time goes by in our future cohort going forward.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, people, if you're listening to us, if you're watching us, this is ReThink Tech Foundation. we are we are helping our country Liberia to get on the to get on board in ICD because we realize that we have been left behind in so many things. So this time around, we don't want to be left behind. We want to get on board and make Liberia, a place of reference if it comes to ICD. Let Liberia get on the map for something. And we are trying in our weak way to see how we can help our country get on the map. Again, if you want to partner with us, you can go to our website. We will be posting it up really soon. Get there, and you have the form. If you're in the form, join us and let us make this crusade a reality. Gentlemen, we will just take your parting statement. Tell us, some exciting story about what you've been doing, and just give us a parting statement.
30 seconds.
Yeah, we are almost out.
So, like I said from the previous stage, my name is Leo Gono. Yeah, I just want to say thank you, and we are done with the introduction to your information technology. So next we will be starting with mastering Windows. Yeah, and also what really excited me is like we talk about the e-commerce platform online. Probably like people can get things and be delivered to you. Some people here they never knew about these things, and we probably say emphasis like Amazon. You can buy your things from America and pay online and get it. Like then we set a common scenario in our setting, probably Jackie's. Yeah, it's in Ganta, and you want to probably you want to eat there. There is no need to pay transportation and all that stuff to go there, right? Jackie have that site or WhatsApp page that you can go there. That you can go and order. A delivery service person going to come and deliver the food to you, or probably you can also advertise your businesses online. If you have a phone you selling or laptops, that you can put the specifications and the storage, how clean it is, and the price, everything. You people can talk based on the internet through e-commerce platforms. So.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Alfred Laporte, one of the trainers of ReThink Sanniquellie. I'm so excited. Actually, after we went through all the models, we talked about digital citizenship and model 9. That actually inspired me a lot because most of our students never knew what it's about. So we talk about digital citizenship is the art of being responsible and respectful and be safe online. Because we said it applies to everybody, whether you are a teacher, you are a worker, or you are a citizen, just citizen applies to you. So we should be careful of what we post online, and we should be also careful of sharing information. We should have do background check before we are posting information. So some of them were excited and say, oh yeah, some of them be posting on Facebook, say no, yeah, be very careful on how you post on social media. Because what you post on social media will affect you tomorrow. For your character, it makes you lose opportunity. So we should be careful on information sharing when it comes to social media. So I'm very excited, and thanks to ReThink family once more that committed, and we'll be fully part of it. Next week, we're starting fully mastering Windows. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, once again, I'm Little Matia from the ReThink branch Sanniquellie. We just concluded the introduction to IT, which is information technology, and Monday will be starting introduction of Windows. And there's the unfolding part. Today, a lady came to me today and said that this teaching was well, and she will not, she will not create a password like 123, like the server said. Yeah, on the digital space, she creates account and her password is 12345, and her account was hacked. Yeah, she had to learn a lot, and she will not use one password on all her digital spaces. Yeah, and she embraced the program, and we are glad to commit ourselves to this program to carry far. Thank you.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys for all you're doing back there. But I have one request. I need a class section. I need to teach a class probably on Saturdays. Yeah.
Okay,
So
we can.
y'all think about it. I give a class section at the data. I'll put it there in phone for the 2 hours, and I want to teach a class. So I see we you guys are doing a live order, and it's very clear. So you just project it on the computer and you project it on the board, and I'll take it from there. So I'm a request to you guys. Just for one class session, please.
Okay, so we can do that. You and remember, ReThink Tech. We are a tech space. We have Microsoft 365. It means anything is possible. You can team into us. You can
Right
zoom in
on.
when you're ready. So
Right
don't
on,
worry.
man.
Just let us know when you're free. You can do that.
Okay. All right, brother Mike. Let's close it out. We're on 1 hour mark already. And
All right, gentlemen, we're already in our 1 hour mark again. Like we said, we really appreciate everything you do. Thank you so much for your effort. Thank you so much for your energy, your commitment, and everything you put into this program. We really appreciate you. Um, just know that this is not limited to Sanniquellie. We are going to be extending the program, expanding in other parts of the country, and we're going to need your services pretty soon. After we try to put the program together here, we will get back to you and let you know what next step we'll take. But again, thank you so much. Everybody who's joined us today, want to say thank you for joining us. We do this podcast once every month. So hopefully next month we will let you know. I think we do this first Saturday of every month.
Yeah.
This time around, because of other schedule, we had to put it to the second Saturday. So we'll be back here the first Saturday of July with the same discussion and other issues to be discussed. So again, gentlemen, thank you. It's been like an hour already. We want to stick to our thanks again.
All right. I'm gonna end the live. You guys just stay. I'll put everybody backstage, and then we can just have a little discussion before we go. Okay. So I'm gonna end the live. Don't leave the live.
So don't go.
While you guys you'll be backstage. Yeah, then we can close out there. All right.